Wally, thank you very much. Wally is here. Have no fear. We shall save America. Glad to have you with us. Well, you know, I hate to have to say, I told you so, but I'm going to say it anyway. I told you so. These liberal lunatics, the Democrats, you know, and the protesters, the peaceniks like Martin Sheen and Jane Fonda and all these idiots, Sean Penn, they would say, oh, this is going to be a long war. Oh, it's going to go on forever. It's going to be another Vietnam. That'd be thousands and thousands of Americans coming back in body bags. This is going to go on for maybe a year or more. Oh, it's going to be, pardon me, horrifying. And I hold on. I was just horrifying myself here. I was eating a cookie. I should never do that before starting a show. But do you remember hearing that? This is going to go on forever. George Bush has lost his mind. And what did Wally say? It's going to be a matter of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and it's going to be all over. Didn't you hear me say that? Johnny, did you hear me say that?
Yeah, I heard you say that.
All right, that amazing voice is the voice of our program director here at KDOC, Johnny Atkinson, who also directs my show, which is an honor for me, Johnny. I want you to know that the program director is directing my show, and also he does the editing, and what a talented guy. Gee, John. Johnny Atkinson is in the booth, and Louis Tasso is here on the floor directing and behind the cameras and everything. But I told you so. I did. And now I want to show you the most fantastic headline I saw a couple days ago. Are you ready for this? Take a look at that headline. Pull back a little. Baghdad falls. Can you imagine that? Now look at this. Look at this picture here. There's an Iraqi citizen kissing an American soldier. They're dancing in the streets in Iraq. They didn't like Saddam Hussein at all. They hated him, but they didn't dare say anything about him, because if they did, they would be shot, and their families would be shot too. And then look at this one. Here's another one. I loved this, and I'll bet you Saddam loved to read this. U.S. seizes presidential palace. Oh, yeah. And then underneath it says, a colonel stated to the press, an American colonel, we own Baghdad. And the liberal whiners and the liberal idiots, they were saying, oh, it's going to go on and on forever. It'll take so long. We're going to be there at least a year. It's going to be a horrifying battle. You see, they always do that. I'll do it here. Baghdad falls. Baghdad. Baghdad falls. I'm going to save this forever. We own Baghdad. Hey, Johnny, we should take our whole crew over there and do our show for about a month remote from beautiful downtown Baghdad. Wouldn't it?
You pick up the tab, and I'll go.
No, that'd be great. And now, from beautiful downtown Baghdad, it's Wally George. Yeah. And we'll have this set. So it's all over, folks. It's all over. And it didn't even take a month. It didn't even take a month. We own Baghdad. We own the whole country. But we're not going to keep it. We don't have any intention of running Baghdad. The Iraq people are going to run their own country. We're going to assist. We're going to help them find leaders, and soon they will be governing themselves, and there will be democracy in Iraq. They will have freedom for the first time in Lord knows how long. And who do we say thank you to for this? The President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, George W. Bush. And have you noticed how the dimwit Democrats have been silent? Why haven't they congratulated our president for engineering a magnificent attack on the enemy, on Iraq? Why haven't they congratulated him? And Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of England. Our president and the Prime Minister worked together as a team, and now they have accomplished their goal. I am so proud of our president. Every single day, he reminds me more and more and more of Ronald Reagan. President George W. Bush is a true leader in every sense of the word. And he is going to be leading us to a better tomorrow. And now already the Democrats are saying, yeah, but what about the economy? What about the economy? You know, the economy is terrible, and that's George W. Bush's fault. Oh, no, it isn't. You mean it's George W. Bush's fault? The economy is coming up. Haven't you read the business pages recently? Because of the war, we took a little dip, and now with our magnificent victory in Iraq, the economy is going to come bouncing back, and we're going to be in great shape. See, what the Democrats are hoping, now that President Bush has scored such a huge success in Iraq, they're hoping now that the economy is going to stay down and get even worse, so that in next year's presidential election, they can say what Clinton and Gore said: "It's the economy, stupid." Remember that? That was their slogan. Gee. Well, the economy is going to do just fine, thank you. I make another prediction. Like I predicted, the war in Iraq would last a couple of weeks, and I was right. Every other commentator that I watched said it was going to go on forever. Now I make another prediction. The economy is going to bounce back, and it's going to be just fine, thank you. And George W. Bush next year is going to be reelected in a landslide, just like Ronald Reagan was. So anyway, congratulations, and once again, I will leave you with this. Baghdad falls. Hallelujah. Wally George here. I'll be right back. We're going to have a guest, and then we have some highlights from the past 20 years of my hot seat show.